three-string guitar. Why would you want something like this? Well, I was pleasantly surprised when I played around with this instrument. I think that this is a very good deal. I think it solves problems for a lot of people. I think there's some things that could be a little bit better, but it's not so much in the instrument. So let's talk about it. Donner sent me this three-string guitar for a review. It is tuned G, B, and E. The G string is wound, so like a guitar string, the other two are nylon. It does come drilled with strap buttons, and it comes with a strap, so look, ma, no hands. You don't have to worry about it crashing to the floor and having to do weird things here to hold your guitar up. It has a very thin body, so thinking of small people and kids, this fits very nicely on the body. I like how narrow the neck is. Let's compare it to a concert ukulele. This is much bigger to get around. This is much better for smaller hands. Just to give you an idea here as I grip them here. You see? I think the construction on this is very nice. It's very smooth. I don't think I'd have trouble taking a lightly damp cloth to this to wipe it off. Same thing with the fingerboard. The tuners are encased geared tuners. And it has decent projection. Let's talk about the things that make this a really good teaching tool. So 3 strings, a smaller body. This makes this an ideal kids instrument. And I know, like dealing like with Suzuki instruments, you know, and quarter-size violins and things like that, designed for kids to become proficient. A 3-stringed instrument gives you an open E minor, so no, look, ma, no fingers. An E is a 1-finger chord, so is a C, and so is a G. So this makes lots of 2-chord songs very accessible for people that are doing chords. If you want to be doing 3-chord songs, you're going to need some 2-finger chords. A is a 2-finger chord. A minor is a 2-finger chord as well. And then if you want to get into D and what do we got? F, you're going to need 3-finger chords. Not only is this kid-friendly, but then I'm also thinking of people that have various hand problems like Dupuytren's, my girlfriend has that, arthritis, other things like that. So having a smaller instrument might make this a suitable instrument for adults as well. I really don't have any criticism about the instrument to say. I think the price point is right. I think the quality's good. I think it solves problems for a lot of folks, and particularly for those young hands learning how to play a stringed instrument like this. So if Donner is listening, my suggestion as a lifelong music educator is you got to do a better job with what you're offering on your app for instruction. I had to go through over 10 minutes of video to get to the tuning. The book didn't say what the tuning was, and so that's of utmost importance, and that needs to be in the printed material or something somewhere, and it wasn't in anything that I could find that came in the box, and going through 10 minutes of video is a long time to find the tuning. The other thing that I would say to Donner is, you know, kids want to make music. They don't want to have somebody talking to them about music like I'm doing right here, right? That's not what they want. Change your instructional videos on your app so that they are playing right away. And the other thing that I would say about gift giving and things like this is I would never just turn a kid loose on an instrument. I hope that you're watching this and you're somebody that has skills either in ukulele or guitar, and that you would work alongside a young learner. If you want any good evidence about that, look to the Suzuki method, where they're teaching music like language. And we don't start kids reading first. We start kids making sounds, imitating first, rather than using visual symbol decoding. And the last thing I would say about this is kids love gamification, right? Well, adults like it too. Making learning more like a game. Like, hey, I can do this. Can you do this? Hey, but can you do it this way? Can you do it that way? And just kind of putting like a little bit of a challenge. Just think of playground dynamics and incorporate that into the teaching, because I think this is a really good kid teaching material. And I also think schools would really benefit from something like this. All right, let me know your comments down below. Do you think that doing a 3-string guitar is just kind of like babyfying it? Or, what are your thoughts and opinions? I'd love to hear from you. Hey, if you're still watching this video, first of all, thanks. I really appreciate that. I have a little wrap up for you. Have you ever thought, what happens to all these ukuleles that YouTubers get in promotion, or Instagrammers or TikTokers? Worlds I know nothing about. Anyway, I thought I'd share with you what I do. I have done giveaways for some of them. They've been very successful, but every time I get an instrument in, I then have to pay to get it out, and I don't mind. I love spreading the ukulele love. But one of the things that I'm really about is charity, and my patrons all know this. I have charitable goals. I'm only 6 patrons away from the charitable goal that I've got set up. I find that giveaways are not very successful with kid-centric instruments and soprano ukuleles, and I've got another soprano ukulele in that I'm going to be doing a review on. So, how can I make these ukuleles make a difference, have an impact in the world? So I reached out to a friend who knows a music therapist that works with Children's Oncology Hospital here in Louisville, Kentucky. And I reached out to that therapist and they said, oh my gosh, yes. So both this instrument as well as the soprano ukulele that I'm going to be doing my next review on, they will be going to a hospital situation. And then I also told the music therapist, if you have a deserving kiddo that you could send the ukulele home with, that would be my dream wish. And he said, absolutely, I can find homes for these as well. So that's what I do. I think ukuleles can change the world. Do you think that? If so, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for listening. Consider subscribing to my channel, hitting that thumbs up, and consider becoming a patron. You get all kinds of rewards starting at $3 a month on up to $9 a month. My premium memberships are all taken. Sorry about that. But come join us. Help spread the ukulele love.